There are these three elite players among a roster that has a lot of talent in Aaliyah Boston, Caitlin Clark, Kelsey Mitchell. The first two obviously are signed, on their rookie scale deals here. Kelsey being a free agent.
Is Kelsey Mitchell's future with the Indiana Fever locked in or hanging by a thread? The 2025 WNBA offseason is heating up, and all eyes are on Indiana. With recent leadership changes, promises of a championship comeback, and high-profile talent on the roster, one question looms large. Will Kelsey Mitchell stay, solidifying her place in this growing powerhouse, or seek opportunities elsewhere?
We have somebody in our franchise, Kelsey Mitchell, who's been here for 7 years, or just, finished her 7th year, who was moved all over the city while this arena was under construction for a couple of summers. So, now people get to see what a great player she is.
The uncertainty isn't baseless. Her own words and the silence from management have fueled rampant speculation. Mitchell's potential departure could shift not just the Fever's lineup, but the entire WNBA landscape. So, what's the real story here? And why is this decision pivotal not just for Mitchell's career, but for the Fever's trajectory? In this video, we'll dive into how the Fever's leadership, led by Kelly Krauskopf, is strategically building a championship-ready team, why Mitchell is one of their centerpieces, the huge news about Kelsey's free agency, and how her partnership with Caitlin Clark could be the duo that changes it all. Let's unravel the stakes, what this means for the 2025 season, and what you, as a fan, need to know. Before we break it down, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Are you ready? Let's go.
With your contract expiring after this season, would you be interested in re-signing or coming back to the organization?
It's definitely a lot of emotions and thoughts that flow through my mind. I think that everything for me is so fresh that I don't know what I need and what I'm going to do, but I know that when the time comes and the opportunity is right for me to make those decisions.
Re-signing Kelsey Mitchell isn't just an option for the Indiana Fever. It's the franchise's top priority this offseason. Her presence isn't merely valuable, it's pivotal to the team's plans. But why is this commitment so essential, and how does it tie into the Fever's broader goals? The Fever's leadership, under the direction of Kelly Krauskopf, Amber Cox, and Stephanie White, have outlined clear objectives for the offseason. At the forefront is retaining Mitchell, a proven scorer whose partnership with Caitlin Clark turned the 2024 season into a showcase of potential. This duo demonstrated an impressive synergy, seamlessly blending Mitchell's offensive prowess with Clark's dynamic playmaking. The result? A rejuvenated team that pushed past expectations and reignited hopes for Indiana fans who had been waiting years for a competitive squad.
We wouldn't be where we are today without Kelsey Mitchell. I mean, she's clearly a very foundational piece.
But keeping Mitchell is just one part of the equation. The Fever are also focused on shoring up their forward position with players who bring not only size, but also defensive tenacity and scoring flexibility. These enforcer types can provide the physical edge needed to compete against the league's toughest opponents, ensuring that the Fever can withstand bruising, high-stakes matchups. The addition of forwards who can mix it up in the paint will relieve pressure on both Clark and Mitchell, giving them more freedom on the offensive end. This also gives Boston a partner down low. The emphasis doesn't stop there. The Fever are keen on securing versatile wings who can contribute on both ends of the floor, offering scoring support and defensive versatility. Players like this can transition smoothly between positions, adapting to game scenarios and providing an extra boost in crucial moments. This layer of depth complements the offensive firepower of the Mitchell-Clark duo and gives Indiana an added dimension.
This time it's very obvious. They need depth, they need defense, and they're trying to win right now. They cannot really bridge things any longer.
Lastly, to ensure consistency throughout the season, the Fever are searching for a reliable backup guard, someone capable of stepping in when Mitchell or Clark takes a breather. This strategic move will maintain the team's offensive tempo, a critical component of Stephanie White's high-paced playing style. A capable backup guard would serve as insurance, enabling the team to manage fatigue and navigate long stretches of the season without compromising their game plan. These off-season priorities highlight the Fever's ambition to transform from a rebuilding team to a genuine contender. Building around the core of Clark, Mitchell, Boston, and Hull sends a clear signal to the league. Indiana is assembling a team that can compete at the highest level. But as free agency looms, Fans can't shake the looming question. Will Mitchell commit to this vision, or will the Fever's plans rest on uncertain terms?
She's extremely important to the success of the future. We intend to, have lots of conversations and make sure she knows that, but I think she does know that.
If you've made it this far and are enjoying the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on all notifications. We know watching this video takes some of your time, and we appreciate you. Now back to the action.
I think right now, the switching dynamic of my family and everything, I got to do what's best for me. And, that's no hanging my hat on one team or another, but I think it's specifically for me, I got to be selfish about that process. And when I know, you'll know. So we'll see.
Mitchell's cryptic exit interview at the end of the 2024 season added fuel to the speculation surrounding her future. "I need to make a selfish decision for myself and my family," she stated, sparking a wave of anxiety among Indiana Fever fans. This simple, yet powerful comment hinted at a player contemplating her options, leaving everyone guessing. Would Mitchell stay loyal to Indiana or explore new horizons? The Fever's leadership and fans were caught in a waiting game. As the days passed with no updates, speculation grew. Mitchell's silence during the early offseason amplified the tension. In a league where news travels fast and narratives shift in an instant, silence can be just as impactful as a press release. Fans and analysts alike pored over social media posts, looking for any sign or subtle hint of her intentions. Was she content with Indiana's trajectory? Or was there something amiss? The uncertainty surrounding Mitchell's free agency also led to broader concerns about how her decision would affect the team's chemistry and strategic plan. Kelsey Mitchell isn't just a top scorer. She's woven into the fabric of the Fever's playing style. Her ability to create opportunities and her on-court chemistry with Caitlin Clark were crucial elements that defined the team's performance in 2024.
But Caitlin wasn't alone in her stellar play. Indy had an all-star trio with leading scorer Kelsey Mitchell and then the 2023 Rookie of the Year Aaliyah Boston as well. It was the second time in team history the Fever had 3 all-stars in a season. And that trio led the way for Indy to make their first postseason appearance since 2016.
If Mitchell were to leave, it wouldn't just be a blow to scoring. It would necessitate a shift in the entire offensive scheme and potentially delay the Fever's aspirations of becoming championship contenders. For Mitchell, the decision wasn't just professional, it was deeply personal. Players often weigh various factors: financial security, championship prospects, and personal comfort when approaching free agency. The Fever's fans, aware of her importance, grew increasingly concerned about the possibility of another team luring her away with promises of better contracts or championship contention.
But ultimately, I got a legacy to uphold. I got a legacy to keep. And, that's my dad.
The narrative intensified as fans debated the potential outcomes. Could Indiana feasibly replace Mitchell's impact on the court, or would her departure create a gap too significant to fill? The Fever's 2025 plans hinged on maintaining their core, and Mitchell's presence was integral to that vision. If she left, the team would need to pivot quickly to secure a replacement. No easy task given her unique skill set and leadership. The tension reached its peak, with speculation swirling about what Mitchell's next move would be. Just when it seemed like fans might be left in the dark, Kelly Krauskopf, the Fever's president of basketball operations, stepped in to address the situation. Her remarks would prove pivotal, turning speculation into cautious optimism and providing a much-needed glimpse of the Fever's intentions for the upcoming season.
Well, that's not unusual, and it certainly doesn't change our opinion of how important Kelsey is and how important she is to returning to this team. So that she's our number one priority.
When the buzz around Kelsey Mitchell's free agency reached its peak, Kelly Krauskopf, president of basketball operations for the Indiana Fever, stepped in to reassure fans and quell concerns. "Re-signing Kelsey Mitchell is our top priority," she stated unequivocally, underlining the franchise's commitment to one of its most influential players. Krauskopf's words weren't just a promise. They were a declaration that signaled the Fever's determination to build a competitive team around their star players.
Yes, we do have the opportunity to core her, and it would be sort of irresponsible of me if we didn't utilize that opportunity.
Central to Krauskopf's plan was the use of the core designation on Mitchell. This powerful tool, unique to the WNBA, gives the team exclusive negotiating rights and allows them to offer her a supermax contract. In simple terms, Mitchell becomes unavailable to other teams, emphasizing just how critical she is to Indiana's blueprint for success. While it locks Mitchell in for another season, it also symbolizes trust and highlights her status as a franchise cornerstone. Let's repeat this again. Krauskopf has just confirmed that Kelsey Mitchell is coming back for the 2025 season.
Kind of button that up on the Kelsey side, coring as sort of it's been taken different ways by different players through the years.
Yet, this move comes with strategic implications. Historically, some players have viewed the core designation as a constraint, as it restricts their ability to explore free agency fully. However, the Fever are not simply coring a player. They're investing in a leader who has played an integral role in their recent resurgence. Mitchell's loyalty, combined with the backing she receives from both teammates and coaching staff, suggests she could embrace this as a positive opportunity rather than a restriction.
Now that the Fever are good, she is not going to leave in free agency.
Well, I would say probably not, but also I have to look into this further. I don't think Kelsey Mitchell has ever been cored, and I don't think any other players on the roster are cored. So even if Kelsey Mitchell wants to leave in free agency, I don't know that she can.
Stephanie White's coaching philosophy further supports this plan. Known for maximizing player potential and fostering cohesive team dynamics, White has already shown that her strategy includes empowering key players like Mitchell. By coring her, the Fever are not just securing a scoring threat, they're maintaining leadership, consistency, and the chemistry needed for a championship run. This decision is a message to Mitchell. Her role is non-negotiable, and she remains at the center of their ambitions.
You would hope. I think it's more of an honor. You've reached the level of, if I'm a player, it's like they think I'm important enough that I'm the tagged the franchise player. That's the way I would look at it, because those don't come along very often. And when you have the opportunity to do that, you want to use it on your most important player. Mm-hmm. Kelsey Mitchell is that for us.
Beyond the core designation and financial implications, Krauskopf's proactive stance demonstrates an understanding of the current WNBA landscape. The stakes are higher than ever, with teams rapidly improving and new talent reshaping competition. Securing Mitchell sends a message not only to Indiana fans, but to the league at large. This team is ready to compete at the highest level. It also assures fans that management is committed to stability, a key factor in fostering long-term success. But the question remains, will financial incentives and reassurances be enough to secure Mitchell's continued allegiance? Her decision could set the tone for not just the Fever's offseason, but their championship trajectory over the next few years. While the core designation establishes boundaries, it's Mitchell's trust in the vision of White and Krauskopf that will ultimately determine her path for the next coming years.
This next 3 to 5 to 7 years of kind of being on this expedited path. I don't think anyone thought we would be, sort of at the door of where we are, which I feel very confident that, we've got a good young group and Kelsey Mitchell's part of that, but certainly the opportunity to add a few more pieces, and with the leadership like Stephanie, who has been in those moments, those tough playoff moments, those tough moments of winning games, and certainly, putting players in the right position. There was a comfort level that I had in putting her in that position again.
With this strong stance by Krauskopf, the Fever have made it clear that losing Mitchell is not an option. The offseason now shifts to proving that this commitment aligns with Mitchell's personal and professional aspirations. But how does this align with what's best for Mitchell herself? Kelsey Mitchell's decision to remain with the Indiana Fever isn't just about loyalty. It's rooted in strategic advantages that align with her career goals. After a standout 2024 season, marked by record performances and undeniable chemistry with rookie sensation Caitlin Clark, Mitchell finds herself at the center of a team poised for a major breakthrough.
I've had players leave and go to other teams, and they're like, man, I was wrong. The grass is not greener. And that's happened on the Pacers side too, by the way.
Sure.
So it's, we know we have something special here, and it's our people. It's the fan base around here. With people sort of galvanized together, and it doesn't matter who's playing on any given night in Gainbridge Fieldhouse, they're going to be there.
The partnership between Mitchell and Clark has already been transformative. Clark's court vision and scoring gravity allowed Mitchell to shine as a primary scorer, drawing less defensive pressure and maximizing her offensive output. This dynamic helped the Fever secure their first 20-win season in years, demonstrating what this duo can accomplish together. Moving to a different team would mean forfeiting this proven synergy, risking disruption to her recent career momentum.
The Clark-Mitchell backcourt is about as lethal as you can get. And we need another year to see just how much damage those two can do in the backcourt to go even further, because, spent the first half of the season just getting used to each other. Then the second half of the season, you saw, just how efficient and how good they can be. And then we have to be better defensively. We were 11th overall in defense as a team. So our area of growth is really on the defensive end.
Financially, the appeal of staying in Indiana is clear. The Fever's ability to offer a core Supermax contract underscores her value and would make her one of the league's highest-paid players. This contract isn't just a paycheck. It's a testament to the franchise's commitment to Mitchell as a foundational piece. Only Indiana can extend this financial security and recognition, positioning her as a key leader in the roster. But there's more than just financial and on-court benefits. Mitchell's connection with the Fever transcends statistics. It's deeply personal. She has spent her entire professional career in Indiana, becoming an integral part of the team and its fan base. Her visible support at community events and her presence at Pacers games demonstrate a bond that goes beyond basketball. This loyalty and emotional investment make the Fever more than just an employer. They're home.
When you have a core three like we have, surrounding them with players who are going to, fill the roles, certainly, first and foremost, who are going to embrace the roles, secondly, and who give us the best opportunities for success by complementing what they do really, really well.
Under Stephanie White's leadership, Mitchell has the chance to thrive in a system designed to highlight her strengths. White's emphasis on team cohesion and strategic roles suits Mitchell's style perfectly. Her experience complements the youthful energy of Clark and Aaliyah Boston, creating a balance of veteran insight and rising star potential that few teams can replicate.
And Kelsey Mitchell, who I think has weathered the storm of Indiana Fever basketball, and I felt like had the best year of her career, this year. And really, when you think about teams, you think about a core three, right? You think about a big three, and to be able to work with that big three, and continue to work and put pieces around them to compete for a championship. Back in my home state, it couldn't have aligned any better.
Choosing to stay aligns with Mitchell's desire for both immediate and long-term success. With Clark in the backcourt and Boston commanding the paint, the Fever have the core pieces for deep playoff runs. Mitchell's leadership and scoring will be pivotal in translating this potential into reality. Leaving this opportunity behind would mean stepping away from a team on the verge of significant accomplishments. While other teams may offer enticing deals or fresh starts, none can provide the combination of career stability, competitive positioning, and emotional ties that Indiana offers. For Mitchell, staying could mean becoming a defining figure in the Fever's journey to reclaiming their place as WNBA champions.
I don't know that she would want to. If you're a WNBA player, do you want to play in sold-out arenas every night, whether you're at home or on the road, 17 or 18,000? Do you want to play on national television every single one of your games?
As the Indiana Fever look toward the 2025 season, their trajectory shines with promise, shaped by strategic leadership and emerging talent. Retaining Kelsey Mitchell with a core Supermax contract isn't just about maintaining a top scorer. It's a powerful declaration of intent that solidifies the team's foundation. Under Stephanie White's guidance, this move signals the Fever's readiness to transition from hopeful contenders to genuine championship threats. The 2024 season showcased the immense potential of the Mitchell-Clark duo, a pairing that electrified fans and redefined expectations. Caitlin Clark's playmaking opened lanes for Mitchell's sharpshooting, creating an offensive synergy that propelled the team to significant wins and high viewership. This chemistry, supported by the dominant presence of Aaliyah Boston in the paint, points to a lineup capable of challenging the league's best.
But at least now it's a team that is a preferred destination. So I'm really intrigued what they can do in free agency in this offseason, not only with Kelsey, but are they going to be able to entice some other big name players to come play there because of, granted, there's a lot of pressure that comes with it, but also it's a whole different level of exposure now if you're playing for Indiana.
For fans, the message is clear. Indiana is committed to building a cohesive, formidable team. Kelly Krauskopf's decisive actions and White's emphasis on strategic unity have laid the groundwork for sustainable success. Mitchell's potential decision to stay represents more than roster stability. It embodies trust, leadership, and a shared vision of triumph. The Fever's dedication to nurturing a balanced mix of experienced veterans and rising stars sets the stage for deeper playoff runs and a renewed reputation as fierce competitors. The upcoming season is more than just another chapter. It's a pivotal moment that could reshape the team's legacy in the WNBA. With Stephanie White at the helm and a lineup full of promise, Indiana Fever fans have every reason to look forward to an exciting future. The road ahead is paved with potential, and it's only just beginning. Are you ready for Kelsey to come back home? Let us know in the comments. Like, subscribe, and turn on all notifications so you never miss out. Click the video on the screen, and we will see you in the next one.